What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're in Ellensburg, Washington. Made it through the snow. Well, I did. Saw quite a few people that, God, this thing's falling apart. Weren't quite as lucky. And I don't understand. Like, how do people not get that when the roads are white, you need to bring it down a little bit? You're not going to go the speed limit always. So, the storm that was supposed to start around 11 in some spots, all the way up to like 3 a.m. in some other spots, got pushed way back. And I was super excited. And I took off because I went, I can beat this. And I need to beat this. And I get I think I was just outside Bozeman, Montana, and I hit like a 10-mile patch where it was bad. And right as I'm going up the hill, there was a couple trucks that I had got around just before, because I guess they were one of those, the governed at 63 or whatever. And so I was able to just kind of creep on past them. And I'm glad I did, because as soon as I got around the second one, started up a hill, and maybe a half mile up the hill, it just turned white. And I started sliding a little bit, which, by the way, I will say that, because I've ran that hill a couple times before in the snow and ice and whatnot, and I know it's never the identical conditions, and it's going to be a little different, and this and that and the other, and da-da-da-da-da, but I really felt like these gripped better. Not exponentially better, but it seemed like they were holding the road a little better than the ones I took off. So got a little bit of slide, kicked it in four-wheel, got up the hill. I was doing probably 35 in a 70, because that's what you do when the roads are white. Not wet, white. And right as I crest the hill, I put it back in two-wheel, because you don't need traction going down. You want them separated so that if you do start dragging an axle, the other one is still rolling. Hopefully you're dragging the rear, not the front, but you never know what's going to happen. And I had the trailer brake turned way down and put the transmission into manual, and kicked the transmission down into third gear. So it's holding about 20, 28, 22, somewhere in there. And what is this? Like I said, it's holding right about 20 or 22 miles an hour. And this guy tried to back into my parking spot. This guy right here, you can see him. He's still trying to back into my parking spot. Okay, so we're gonna stand right here so I can watch him. Anyway, holding it in third gear, right about 20, 22. And right as I come around the corner, or up over the crest around the corner, I see these two trucks. One slid off the road, and the other one jackknifed and slid into him. And they're both out there trying to put their chains on and whatnot. So this had obviously just happened. There's only probably 5 or 6 cars backed up behind them. And so that one was obviously fairly fresh. It just happened. And which, I could see that, because as you start up the hill, it's clear, and then bam, out of nowhere, it was just white on their side. And I was like, okay, bad luck for them. It happens. It's whatever. No one was hurt. Everyone's out of their trucks doing their thing. And get a little bit further, maybe a half mile down the road, and I see this state patrol with his lights on, sitting on the side of the road. So I very lightly touch the brakes a little bit, click it down to second. So now I'm holding probably right around 15 miles an hour. Well, come around the corner, and here's this car that had clearly not understood the white stuff means you got to slow down, and had gone around the corner, lost it, went off the road, up on an embankment. I don't know how he didn't roll over, because you could see his tracks up in the snow, and then came back down. The car was just mangled. But he's sitting there on the phone. Obviously, the police had already talked to him because the cop was sitting over there, alerting traffic. And okay. And then the one that gets me, because I see this kind of crap every day, and I know it's not just these guys. There's idiots in RV transport. There's idiots in regular cars. There's just idiots. But if you're going to be a professional driver and you have a CDL and you're driving an 80,000 pound wrecking ball, you need to have a little common sense. Sorry, I see it all the time, and how did you get your CDL? Anyway, come around the corner, see all these flashing lights, and so I start slowing back down, click it back into second, and just come putting up, and I see the semi, but he's in front of all the lights, and there's no one around the truck. I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. And, the truck doesn't look like it's wrecked anyway. It's just on the shoulder. And as I go by, I see this little Honda Civic, Honda CRV, one of them really small Hondas, and it's just creamed. And he had one of them giant, huge, rectangle cattle killers. Not even cattle guard, it's a cattle killer. Like, this is the most ridiculous push bar I've seen on the front of one of these things. And you can tell that he lost control coming down the hill and just pow! But the guy seemed okay. He was actually talking to the first responders that were there on the scene. But, man, you just climbed up it. It's slick. And it didn't stop being white. So why would you go faster? I don't know. I was able to go down that hill in two-wheel drive without the slightest bit of slip. Now, I get it, I weigh a lot less. However, I was able to do 20-25 most of the way down the hill. Grab one of them lower gears and just let the truck do its thing. Slow down. Quit being in such a damn hurry. How do you think that driver would have felt if he killed that guy in the Honda? I mean, slow down, people. At the end of the day, the 2-3 minutes you're going to lose going down the hill a little slower, if that is going to make or break you, find a different job. I apologize. I try not to rant on this channel, but stupidity and ignorance are the things I can't stand. And lying. I'm not a big fan of lying. Anyway, after that, we continued on. Made it down here to Ellensburg. Went and got a shower. Got dinner. Got everything I need for tomorrow. Definitely going to make my delivery tomorrow morning. I'll be there as soon as they open. I could actually be there 5 hours before they open. I'm not going to do that. I will stay here and, I don't know, stay up a little later, watch some YouTube, and then sleep. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So, should be able to get my other load, and we can have that delivered Friday. Yeah, should be able to have that one delivered Friday, which will get me home Saturday. I was looking for another load, but as it is, I'll get home with at best 2 hours left on my clock. And that's assuming everything goes good at my drop-off, everything goes good at my pickup, everything goes good at my next drop-off, and I don't catch any weather. So I think I'm probably just going to deadhead home. It's only I looked it up yesterday. I think it's like 7 hours. Maybe it was 8. I don't know. But, you know, at that, I'm spending $60 in diesel just to get home. And I've got a lot of things to take care of. That bank stuff I told you guys about. And some other personal paperwork stuff. And I got some stuff I need to do to the truck. And yeah. Oh, also, Sunday, as in 3 days from now, Sunday, which I believe is the 18th. No, today's Wednesday. 16, 17. So the 19th. Sunday the 19th. I think it's the 19th. Anyway, I'm sure y'all can figure it out. I've given you enough clues. We're going to go live again. And it's going to be just like the last one, just a Q&A. No particular topic, no special anything, just a Q&A. It'll just be me this time instead of Chris and Jolie. And we're going to look at doing those every 34. Not for sure. We'll see. If it gets to the point where I feel they're not productive, I'll slow it back down. But I had enough of you hit me up in Messenger and comments and whatnot that you want them more. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. So I'll probably say that again in tomorrow's video, and I'll probably say it again, well, in every video up until then. And yeah, there was something else. I don't know. I'll cover it tomorrow. I'll put it on Instagram. So, as always, those of you out on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.